Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the Daily Hunt for Multibaggers. I'm Ethan.
And I'm Brooke. We're here to break down the latest AI-generated market commentary and insights for you, fresh off the data collected yesterday, November 15th, 2025.
That's right. Today, our AI flagged a singular but very active discussion around one particular stock. It's a name that often pops up in conversations about high momentum plays, and, well, the overall sentiment is quite speculative. We're looking at a high-risk, high-potential scenario, if you ask the online community.
Speculative is certainly one word for it, Ethan. My analysis certainly flags some significant caution points, but we'll dive into that in just a moment.
Let's kick things off with that one stock dominating our feeds today, MicroVision, Inc., trading under the ticker MVIS. You know, the community chatter around MVIS is intensely bullish, primarily framing it as a fascinating meme stock that just keeps respawning, as one post put it. Historically, we've seen this stock make some truly insane moves, like that 170x surge from 2020 to 2021, and then another 3x move just last year. People are drawn to the narrative that it's poised for another one of those explosive runs.
And that's where I have to step in with the numbers, Ethan. While the lore and historical surges are certainly part of the narrative, the underlying fundamentals of MicroVision Inc. are, frankly, quite challenging. We're looking at an earnings per share of negative 0.36, a net profit margin of 0, and a return on equity that's deeply in the red at negative 1.12. These figures scream unprofitability.
I hear you, Brooke, and those are definitely points to consider from a traditional investment standpoint. But what the social media buzz highlights is a fresh narrative to fuel this potential respawn. There's talk of a much clearer tech stack in Lidar for automotive, industrial, and defense applications. Plus, there's perceived endorsement from a notable tech figure like Palmer Luckey that's caught people's attention. Our AI also picked up news about MicroVision's acquisition of an FMCW Lidar business. This strengthens their position, and really leans into that simple narrative that can spark speculative interest. And let's not forget, the stock is currently trading under $1, which for many makes it an attractive entry point for that this used to be way higher. This acquisition could potentially improve their revenue growth, which currently sits at a modest 0.268.
Potentially, Ethan, but that's a long-term prospect, and right now the company's operating margin is a staggering negative 52.78, and their debt-to-equity ratio is high at 51.36. While the Lidar acquisition is indeed a strategic move and could eventually bolster revenue, it doesn't immediately fix the deep-seated profitability issues reflected in their current KPIs. The beta at 1.538 confirms this stock is highly volatile. While that can mean big gains in a speculative run, it also means significant risk of capital loss for anyone approaching this with extreme caution. MVS has never been rated by us before, so there's no upgrade or downgrade today, but based on these numbers, it should be approached with extreme caution.
So, weighing the exciting speculative potential against the clear financial headwinds, what's our verdict here, Brooke?
Well, from a strict KPI and risk management perspective, my analysis would classify MicroVision as a stay away for any traditional investor looking for fundamental strength or stability. However, I have to acknowledge the strong community optimism and the historical precedent for speculative surges fueled by these new narratives. So, for those specifically interested in high-risk, high-reward speculative trading, it presents a unique, albeit very risky scenario.
Right. So, for today's AI-generated insights, and given the stark contrast between market sentiment and core financials, we'll classify MVIS as a stay away from a conventional investment standpoint, but with the strong understanding that it holds significant appeal for highly speculative traders.
Investigate as buy. None.
Investigate as cautious buy. None.
Investigate as speculative gamble. MicroVision Inc., MVIS.
And that wraps up our daily hunt for today, everyone. Just a quick reminder, this podcast is for informational and entertainment purposes only. The content is generated by artificial intelligence and does not constitute financial advice.
That's right. Listeners should conduct their own research or consult a licensed financial advisor before making investment decisions. We are not responsible for any losses incurred. The market is a wild place, and knowledge is your best asset.
Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you next time on The Daily Hunt for Multibaggers. Happy hunting!